Hello everybody, this is part 2 of my cushion review video, so let's get right to it. The next summer cushion I want to review actually came out in the springtime. This is the Delight 18 Pill Cushion. It is in a square shape just like the other Delight 18 cushion, which that seems to be a new fad among cushion compact makers. So I actually have a different cushions sponge in here, but I guess everyone does that. And a word of warning, I am only going to swatch one of these cushions in this part 2 review because I hate to burst everyone's bubble, but all these cushions have pretty much the same formulation. As much as you like to not believe that, fortunately that is the case. They maybe changed like 2 things or 2 or 3 things with each formulation. There might be a different SPF, there might be a different key ingredient like snail or pearl extract or marine extract, hyaluronic acid, something like that. But most of them, they all have the same exact formulation. That's why sometimes in a lot of cushion review videos, people are like, oh, this doesn't really have that much more coverage than the last one. It's the same thing. They're all pretty much made by Amore Pacific. But the reason I'm starting with this one is because I am not entirely sure if it's owned by Amore Pacific. There are a lot of new brands sprouting out, individual people making their own makeup brands, which is great. So I'm not entirely sure which brands nowadays are owned by Amore Pacific, but things like Hera, IOPE, Etude House, Innisfree, Laneige, they're all owned by the same company. So you're gonna get the same exact formulation with most of those. Into this cushion. This has really adorable packaging. It's a little bit simpler than some of the other packagings, but it is kind of like an in-between season cushion. It's good for maybe spring, early summer, because it is a little bit heavier. It has medium coverage. It has smells a little bit like sun. I'm not sure why it's called the pill cushion. I think because it has a lot of extra ingredients that are good for the skin. It has cooling effect, brightening effect as usual with most BB cushions, and it's also a little bit less dewy than a lot of the spring cushions. A lot of the spring and autumn and mostly winter cushions, they have a very, very dewy effect, and that just doesn't look that good on my skin. I tried it. I tried the dewy. I tried like oil before my makeup. It does not look good on me. You have to have perfect skin in order to pull that off, and that is not what I have. So anyways, we're going to swatch this now, and I've used a considerable amount of this already, going to conventions, comic conventions all over the country. This year I had a lot of comic book conventions that I went to with my friend, and I used this mostly every single day for the past like 4 months. And so, this is really dirty too. I really need to change this. But I haven't used this in a while because it's starting to dry up because I have been using it so much. So I think I can swatch this. There might be enough left. You can barely see that. Okay. You can see the edge of it right there. It is, it matches my skin pretty well. It's pretty light. It has a cool tone. I tried to get BB cushions, CC cushions that do have a cooler tone because my skin, I like to make it look porcelain white. But anyways, let's move on. This is the next one. This is actually it's really popular on Instagram right now. Instagram, Facebook. I don't go on Facebook, so I see this all over Instagram. It's the Nakeup Face Coverking Power Cushion, and it has a really cute rose gold looking square case, and it like always looks really cute with the rose gold foam, so people like to take pictures of them next to each other. The only formulation change is that they use cherry blossom water instead of regular water, which is I guess pretty cool because I've never used anything with cherry blossom water as a substitute for water. The sponge, I noticed when I first opened it, it was not like as soaked as most sponges and cushion compacts usually are. It was kind of dry upon opening it, but I guess that's because the product itself is actually a lot more matte. It is a summer cushion. It's has medium to full coverage, I guess, depending on your skin type. Because if you do have a lot of skin problems, you do need a concealer still. Most of these cushions do not have full coverage. Everyone knows that who uses cushions. I'm actually wearing this today. I don't know if this is gonna focus too well, but this is, I actually never mentioned this before, but I do get pretty much the lightest shade of every cushion compact I buy, which is usually N21 or C21, whatever they are. I think I bought one cushion that was N13, which I will review, but I'm wearing this today. It's summer's over, it's fall now, but it's still kind of hot out, so I decided to wear this. I still have to set it. Even if it's a matte cushion, it's still, you can still feel like a little bit of tackiness to it. I didn't set it that well today because I was only going to be doing this review and then running some errands and then just staying home all day. So usually when I go out for longer periods of time, I will set my makeup better so it doesn't rub off or fall off or anything, or just diminish throughout the day. But yeah, I think this is one of my favorite summer cushions of all time right now. So you can still get your hands on this. They sell it on eBay now. Actually, a lot of cushions you can just get on eBay. You don't have to go through Gmarket. Just go hop right on eBay, and there are a lot of international sellers that ship this right to you. But there's another Nakeup face cushion. That's the Water King cushion, I believe it's called. I never bought that one because I didn't even know about its existence. I just knew that this was really popular and I really wanted to try it, especially because it's so cute. Okay, so on with the show. This is actually going to be the last summer cushion I review. This is my favorite summer cushion. I saved it for last. This is the Hera matte cooling cushion, I believe. I'll put it down below in the comment section. But this is my favorite. I don't use it hardly at all because I am so worried about running out of the product. But this is the only cushion I have ever bought that's N13, which is the lightest shade you can get. I don't even think they go any lighter, and actually on the color chart for this that I saw on their website, they didn't even have the N13, so I don't know how I got this. Very first cushion compact I remember was the Hera UV, oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of it. I haven't used it in so long. I actually don't even have it anymore. It's the Hera UV Cushion. I think that's what it was called, but it was like raved about so much that it was like so glossy and it made your skin so perfect. But I hardly used it that much because it really had zero coverage and it was way too dewy for my skin, so I used it for special occasions when my skin was looking better than usual. But this is a lot different. It has way more coverage and it is very matte compared to the UV cushion. So, okay, it's time to swatch this. When you open it up, you see that the puff is the same cute lavender color, and I love the glossy packaging. It's very like pearlescent. I noticed a lot of cushion compacts are straying from the plain white case that they always have, and they're getting like black cases and different colors. Like a lot of the ones I've been showing you in my review actually have different colors, so I think that's probably one of the things that draws me to them. Makes them stand out a little bit. But this also has a drier sponge, you'll notice, like the Nakeup face one. I think it's because it's also a matte summer cushion, so I think maybe that's the thing they do. They make it look a little bit less soaked with the product, so it just looks drier. But I actually want to swatch this for you guys because it is such it's so much lighter and it's such a nice cushion. Let me see. You can kind of see that it's much lighter than the other half of my hand. Kind of. My hand just looks so white in this lighting, but when you put it on your face, you can see there's a very obvious difference. I should save this for winter, actually, because my skin does get oilier, so it's good to use a matte cushion whenever I can, and also my skin gets a lot whiter in the winter time, yeah, whiter than it is now. But anyways, yeah, that's my favorite cushion right now. Okay, moving on. Now you can see I have my little box behind me. It was sitting on my lap, but it kept falling whenever I moved my legs. This is actually a cushion that we're moving on from the summer cushions. Oh my god, I haven't even opened this. Okay, so I haven't opened this cushion yet. I haven't used it yet. That's strange. But okay, so this is gonna be a first time review for this one. This is the Troipeel H Plus cushion, and this is a between season cushion. It's I actually heard that it's a little bit dewier, watching some reviews, but it is a highly medicated cushion. It's 99% skincare, I think, or 90% skincare and like 1% makeup, so that's awesome for me who has skin troubles. And this is really popular right now. I think there's a YouTuber named Edward Avila who advertises this a lot, and I really like his videos, so I decided to give this a try. So we're going to open this now, and it has the standard packaging. It has a really basic package. It's probably the most basic package I own at the moment, but I just got it for the effects that it has. So I'm going to open this. And I see that if I'm holding it up to the sun right now, and I see that there's like a 3M, there's little 3M logos inside the little wrapper thing, and 3M is like a really popular tape brand here in America. I don't know why I know that. And anyways, oh, okay, so that's one of those cushions. When you open it, you'll see that you see that the product has not soaked through the sponge yet, and that's kind of a new thing that I'm seeing with a lot of special cushions. Maybe they want you to experience the thrill of like watching the product come up, but I don't really like it because it looks messy when it starts coming out. Like, it looks really blotchy. But okay, I'm gonna, ooh, that's a lot for the first little pump. Okay, that's a lot of product. Get some of this. I think this is gonna look the most natural. Oh, actually, it has a bit of an orange undertone. Not a big fan of that. It looks really cakey. It looks really cakey despite only being 1% makeup. Maybe it will look better on my face since, I don't know. I'll have to try this. Let me put it on my neck. And you probably can't see that either. Well, as a first time review, I don't know, it doesn't seem that impressive. I'm really confused actually, because no matter how much I'm getting this off of the sponge, it still looks like it's soaking the sponge. So like, it's like the product isn't coming off. Well, as a first time review, I'm not that impressed, but I do have to give it another chance. I mean, I did buy it, so I have to use it. I'll use it on my face, and then maybe I'll make another review for it. But yeah, that's not what I expected when I was going to show you this. So lastly, on the between season cushions, we have this, which is another high-end brand, I think. I don't think it's that high-end, but it's a little bit up there. This was, I don't remember the exact costs of all of these because I buy so many of them. This was probably around $40. This is the Lirikos marine collagen essence cushion. I'm so bad at naming these for you, but I promise I'm going to leave the names down below in my description. But this one, it has like a very a soft cream color. It's not white. It's like a milky yellowish creamy color, and then there's gold, so it looks really luxurious. And then another thing I noticed is that the puff, the back side of the puff, you can't see this very well, but it is like a fake leather kind of material. It looks, it's not usually like the fabric, it's like a leather. It feels really cool. And the puff itself is it's very lightly used. I really like the smell of this. It smells like sunscreen, like a lot of the summer cushions, but this is, I guess you can say this is a between season cushion. You can use it in the summertime too. It's lighter, but it also has a dewy finish. Let me get some product. It just smells so good. I don't know what it smells like. Maybe like hanbok. Hanbok is like the Korean medicine, traditional Korean medicine. I do want to swatch this. I saved this one for last because I'm not a fan of the tone, because I got the lightest tone, which is, they're usually the same in every single cushion, but this tone does have a very like bronzish, it looks kind of almost like bronzer. You can definitely kind of see that. You really can't see anything. I don't even know why I'm holding my hand up here. But it has like a really reddish undertone, which does not look good on me. So I'm probably going to be regifting this to one of my friends who has a darker skin color, which is kind of a bummer because I really like this cushion. It has a great consistency, and it has a good cooling effect, and it just feels really nice. It feels really luxurious on your skin, but it just does not match me. Okay, so I doubt like any of you have watched this far, and I'm kind of just making these videos for my own like fun. But this is like the ending of the video, so if you've watched this far, then kudos to you because I talk a lot. So the next cushions are just basic cushions that everyone else has been talking about on their YouTube channels. It's the L'Oreal Lumi cushion. This is really popular among YouTubers because it is sold in America, or I should say it's sold in the West. But this was made in Korea. It's L'Oreal, but it was made in Korea. All the cushions are made in Korea. And then the IOPE cushion, of course, this is the first cushion. Everybody knows that. The first cushion ever made. They started the cushion revolution. And then, last but not least, the Laneige BB cushion. And I actually wasn't going to review this, but I want to complain about it a little bit. This cushion is probably by far the worst cushion I've ever used. And like I've probably used like 20-30 cushions in my lifetime. I actually have a brand new puff in here, and this is a brand new cartridge. Is that what you want to call them, cartridges? Because I'm going to give this to my friend. This cushion is, it's raved about a lot, but I think the formulations between Korea and the US, I bought this at a Target here when it first came out in the States, and it might be a little bit different, but this is another cushion that has a very, very orange color to it. And I got one of the lightest shades, which is, they don't go by numbers here in America. It just says BB Cushion Light. So I got the lightest shade, and it's still really orange. And I think they might expect a lot of people in the West to have more tan skin, so that's probably the factor of that. And then the IOPE cushion, this is a great cushion. It's a great everyday cushion. You can pretty much use this in every season, and it's never let me down. It has a good consistency. It has really good medium to full coverage, and it's very similar to the Laneige in terms of the coverage and the smell and everything, but the shade is just it fits my skin way better. And then the L'Oreal Lumi cushion, which I think I have to congratulate because it has the highest coverage of any cushion I've used so far. This stuff is like, when I first put the sponge into the product, it came out like the entire sponge was covered. I was like, oh, I'm in for a thrill ride. Also, this has a really natural look to it. It's not too light or too dark on my skin. It's really healthy looking. It gives you a nice glow, but it's not too dewy. And actually, something I realized when I was reviewing these last 3 cushions, that I bought them all here in the States. The Laneige I got in a Target here in Las Vegas, and then the IOPE I also got at a Korean cosmetic store here in Las Vegas. And then this one I got also at a Target here in Las Vegas, so I guess I subconsciously grouped them all together. So yeah, that is the end of my cushion review video, and maybe someday I'll get the cushions that I used to own and do a full review of all those, but there's really no point to it, because some of them, like Etude House and the April skin that's really popular, that's been reviewed a lot. So if any of you have watched this far and you do like my videos, maybe like and subscribe, because that's what everyone says at the end of their video. So like and subscribe, and leave any comments. Hopefully I help some of you guys with cushion reviews. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye everybody!